All right, we want to thank Candela. We want to thank Jay Bush, Civil Strife, Analog Kid for all being part of tonight. All the other bands that were here all week long. We appreciate them. We appreciate the sound guys and all the volunteers that helped make this happen. I'd like to introduce you to one of our Waynestock family members. He writes a hell of an article. He's been supporting this local scene for a long, long time, and he's real pretty. Welcome, Steve Wildsmith.
I think you didn't get your glasses checked, Benny. Y'all, we do this every year out of love. I don't know how many of y'all are familiar with the story of Waynestock, but it started back in December 2010 when our good friend and the namesake of this festival, Wayne Bledsoe, lost his oldest son unexpectedly. Drew was a beloved member of the local music scene, just a fantastic guy, and those of us who knew and loved Wayne and his family were devastated for him, and saying I'm sorry just did not feel like enough. So a few of us got together, put our heads together, and we came up with Waynestock. We put it together in 6 weeks, the first one, and it went so well that the next year when our good friend Phil Pollard, another member of the music scene, died, we had to do it again. And so it's just picked up steam. Every year, y'all come out and make this happen. I want to introduce you to some of the folks that are making this happen. Wayne, who came on in year 2, Wayne Bledsoe, come on up here, get up here, get up here. All right. Rusty Odom, I don't know where Rusty is. Where's Rusty? Rusty Odom. There we go. Matt Rankin and Jennifer. Where y'all at? Get up here. Steve and Reba. Where y'all at? Daniel, Jess. Amanda Starnes. Jack Stiles. Jay Nation. Get up here. Becky Grace. I think she's upstairs getting ready. Becky Grace, where you at? My brother, Mike Wildsmith. He got the looks, I got the brains. But, y'all, this is something that we do every year as a labor of love. Absolutely nobody gets paid. Nobody has ever even asked about getting paid. And it blows our minds that we put this on and y'all show up. This year, Centro Hispano, some of the representatives came out last Friday night and they were in tears from gratitude. So, thank you guys for being here. I'm going to turn it over now to the festival's namesake, Mr. Bledsoe.
Usually I try to kind of improv, and I'll get all teary and everything. Listen, I wrote it out this time, so maybe I wouldn't get all teary, but it looks like it's a lot, but I'm old, so this is the large print edition. So, Steve pretty much lined up how this started. Let me tell you, a couple of years after the first festival we had, a young woman posted something on Andrew's Facebook timeline that I had never known about, and I've reposted it every year since. So those of you who are friends with me on Facebook, you already know this, but I'd like to read it for you now. She said, and I asked her permission before I reposted it. I just wanted to throw this out there because it's been on my mind a lot lately and I've never told anyone. When I was 14, Andrew saved me from being sexually assaulted when I was drunk at a party. 2 guys had me naked on a bed with the door locked, and Andrew kicked the door in, threw some punches at the dudes, then carried me outside and gave me water and food to sober me up. I'm sure there's more to it than that, but that's all I can piece together. It was him and Blake Conley, and I'm eternally grateful to him and Blake for that. I was so close to being raped that night. I've thought a lot about this story since I first read it, and I wondered, had I been a teenager at that party, would I have been observant enough and aware enough to know what was going on and brave enough to do something about it? I'd like to think so, but you never know until you're put in that position. And I wondered who else was at that party. Who else might have known what was happening and maybe thought, this isn't my house and it isn't my business. And maybe there were people there who were just afraid to take any action. Not long after I reposted that story this year, Renee Good was shot and killed. And then Alex Preddy was shot and killed. Shot in the back while he was on the ground. And I thought, it feels like those boys who had that girl in that room, or maybe the parents of those boys who raised them like that, are in charge of the country right now. And they think that as long as they keep it all behind closed doors, or can convince some people that certain lives don't matter, or make people believe that it isn't their business, they can do whatever they want. Let me tell you something about Andrew and Blake. Andrew was about 5'6" if he was wearing shoes. He wasn't an athlete, he was a singer in a rock band. Blake, at least then, was maybe a little bit bigger, but he was somebody, if you met him, you would describe him as meek. But it was those two who kicked in the door, threw some punches, and got that girl out of that room. They knew it was their business, and they were going to do something about it.
Hell yeah.
Right now, that has to be us. It's not the big talkers. It's not the people who tell you how tough they are and flex their muscles and talk about their guns or their money or all that bullshit who save people. Those people usually turn out to be cowards. And history bears this out. It's the normally quiet people, the ones who hold on to their values and morals and ethics and understand empathy and compassion. It's the one who know it is their damn business to take care of people who are in danger or being brutalized, who actually take action. Charismatic con artists can come along and convince normally moral people to ignore atrocities and accept evil as normal. Hopefully they eventually wake up, and I think some are, but it's up to us. Look around this room. We have to be figuratively and literally. We may have to kick in some doors and throw some punches and pull people out of danger. There are people in this room beside you who will do that. And I'm proud to say, I look around this room every year and I see my family. And I'm so proud that we are the people who will stick together and take action. Thank you all for coming out tonight and this weekend.
Let's have a round of applause for our MC, Mr. Benny Smith. Thank you, Daniel, for always giving us Relix. Relix is our forever home. And y'all, well, you might want to take a seat because you're about to have your faces melted. This is fair.